A very good morning to class 12 students. In this video we will going to study about the investment function and a brief introduction about the investment multiplier. I have already discussed about investment function in online class, but for one and all, once again I'm repeating the investment function. So what do you meaning by this? Let's have an example. If I want to buy something for longer duration, like I want to buy a washing machine or I want to buy a land, that investment I'm doing for a longer period of time and not for the short one. What I'm doing is I'm creating new assets, and the assets which are for longer duration are known as capital assets. Now read the definition. It refers to the expenditure incurred on creation of new capital assets. For example, machinery, building, equipments, and raw materials. All right. Now, this investment is of two types: autonomous investment and induced investment. So, let's understand first about the autonomous investment. Okay, so starting from the right hand side, autonomous investment, let's again took one example. Like nowadays we are teaching in online classes, we need a good quality of a phone, camera stand and other things which does not give me any profit, right? These kind of investment which does not give me any profit is known as autonomous investment. Now read the definition. It refers to the investment which is not affected by change in the level of income and is not included solely by profit motive. That's why the graph is constant. I am investing one constant amount which does not give me any income, so that's why the graph does not rise. Now this is one example. Expenditure made that is independent of economic growth. They are investments made for the good of society and not for the goal of making profits. For example, the government invests on infrastructure such as roads, highways, etc. Right? So these kinds of investments are known as autonomous investment. Next, induced investment. Now I have given some examples like change in asset prices, change in income, low cost of borrowing. What are these? I make you understand once again. Okay, so moving from the left hand side, let's understand the meaning of induced investment. Okay, I have taken one example of online classes. Nowadays, you must have seen like apps like Hotstar, Amazon. They are getting premium for their subscribers, right? And some YouTube channels also doing that. To watch their video lectures, you have to pay some amount of fees. So what they're doing this for the purpose of profit making, and that's what the definitions of induced investment says, that it refers to the investment which depends on the profit expectation and directly influenced by the income. Okay, now let's move on to the next, that is ex ante savings. This is what when the household sector plans for saving. Okay, like I am planning for the next year, I have to save at least rupees 2 lakh. So it refers to amount of saving which household plans to save at different level of income in the economy. And ex ante investment, where not the household but the firms were actually investing. Okay, it refers to the actual investment in an economy during a year. So what will be the formula? Planned investment plus अनप्लान्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट. जो मैंने प्लान कर लिया था और जो मैंने प्लान नहीं भी किया था, एक्चुअल, इन दोनों को मिला के हम बोलते हैं एक्स पोस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट. ओके, so here once again I give you this definition so that you are able to see it clearly and properly write it down in your notebook. That planned investment plus unplanned investment done by the firms in an economy during an accounting year is known as the ex ante investment. Okay, now this is the difference between induced investment and autonomous investment. Once again, you can write the difference between both of them. You can see the graphs also. The autonomous investment graph remains constant and induced investment graph As the investment increases, the income also increases. This is a directly proportional to each other. As the investment is getting low, the income is also getting low. You can see the blue color, autonomous investment, remains the constant, and induced investments keep on rising with the rise in income also. So this relationship is known as investment multiplier actually. But to make you understand, I will give you this definition. This concept is actually contributed by Professor J.M. Keynes, who believed that increment in investment and increase in aggregate income together combined in a ratio is known as investment multiplier. Now I give you one example of this. For example, I buy a land of rupees 5 lakh. After some time, somebody wants to come there and have a function over there, so I ask them for the rent of rupees 10 lakh. What happens? My investment of rupees 5 lakhs got converted into 10 lakhs, right? This is the formula of investment multiplier, K multiplier, and Y income, I for investment. Now this is one question. An additional investment of rupees 4,000 crore in an economy generates an additional income of rupees 16,000 crore. So ऐसे केस में what we need to do? We need to divide. The investment multiplier is equal to income upon investment. Okay, and you will get the answer. Please like, comment, subscribe if you are able to understand the video. So thank you everyone. That's all for today. If there is any question, please message me in my inbox, or you can comment also.